YouTube? Your girl is back. Your girl is back with another YouTube video. Hey, it is your girl Night into J, and I am back with another YouTube video. If you are listening to my beautiful voice and you are not subscribed, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn those post notifications on. That way, you'll be notified every single time I post. If you are watching right now, say hello. Let me know. Oh, hold on, y'all. My bad. But yeah, if you're watching right now, say hello, and let me know. And today we are going to switch gears. We are going to switch gears and we are going to talk about the mommies. I know normally we cover trees and all the craziness that goes on in that sector. And trust me, baby, I have been looking, I have been watching, I've been seeing it all. But like I told y'all, hey Guyanese, hey in Florida. Yeah, like I told y'all, I'm the type of person, I don't beat a dead horse. And right now, everything seems pretty chill in the tree sector. So I said, you know what? Let me just switch gears a little bit. Hey, love. Hey. And we are going to talk about my jazzy life and Chris's Chris's child's mother, Medusa. That's going to be the topic for today. And I'm gonna leave this up for a replay like I do everything. So if you tune in late, don't worry, it will be available, baby. But yes, hey, thank y'all for joining. Like I said, if you are here, hey Lady Devereaux, hey. If you are here, tell your girl, hey, and don't be afraid to participate in the chat. Let me know what y'all think, and we're gonna get this thing started, honey. We're gonna get it started. But yeah, so I ain't gonna keep y'all long. But today I just wanted to switch gears a bit and talk about my jazzy life and Chris's, other baby mama. So I don't I Exactly, love. My thoughts exactly. I wish they would leave Jazz alone. And I'm gonna get into it. So if you all don't know, I've talked about my Jazzy life on this channel before. She's in the mommy sector. She's a mommy. She's been around for a while. I gave background on her before. But she is in a relationship with a guy named Chris. Chris is not a favorite on these YouTube streets. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people give Jazzy a lot of backlash for being with him. And just like any other YouTube couple, you can definitely see that it's probably not all peaches and cream when the cameras go off, right? There have been allegations that Chris is mean and abusive, and Jazz has fell out with a couple of her friends behind him. So before I even get into this commentary, this is in no way, shape, or form to defend someone who is a deadbeat or to defend someone who is not taking care of their child, because that's definitely not my position. I feel like if he's not taking care of his child, or if he's not handling his business, or he over there putting his hands on Jasmine, he definitely should feel the fire and the wrath for that. So this is no way a cheerleader for Chris type of deal going on. But I'm gonna keep it all the way real, okay? I'm gonna keep it all the way real. And I just want to get my position, because a lot of times people, when you don't ride the wave on these YouTube streets, and when you don't agree with what everybody else is doing, people will accuse you for supporting stuff that you just don't support. I don't support no man putting his hands on no woman. I don't support no man being no deadbeat. So let me just start there. But basically, my Jazzy Life and Chris have been working for a while. And about a year or so ago, a while ago, Medusa appeared on the YouTube streets. Medusa is Chris's other's child's mother. Chris and Medusa have a little girl together. I guess they met in college and they had a baby. And it seems as if Chris has been an absent parent for a while now. This is not a little bitty baby. This is not a newborn baby. This child is, I don't know the exact age, but she's a big girl. She's not a teenager yet, but she's a big girl. And so, Medusa came onto the YouTube streets and kind of gave some background on the relationship with her and Chris. I don't know why. Yeah, she is definitely using Jazz for views. Yes, thank you, guys. We're gonna get into it. But yeah, so basically Medusa found, I guess she felt compelled to come out to the YouTube streets. I'm assuming she was feeling some type of way because this man hasn't been in my child's life, and now he's popping on the YouTube streets with popping up on these YouTube streets with this other woman and her kids, and he's trying to act like he's a family man. And it seems like she came to sleep, expose Chris of being a deadbeat, which, I mean, if he has other children that he's not actively participating in their lives, I think it's pretty, I don't think we needed her appearance to kind of put that piece that part together. But for some reason, Medusa, she her position, and from my opinion, from what I'm seeing, it seems to me that Medusa is more mad at My Jazzy Life than she is Chris. Um, so she came on here a year ago. She gave the background on her and Chris and all this, that, and the third. And then recently she came out again and she's now pregnant with somebody else's child. And she came to give us an update about her putting Chris on child support. That's the latest news. That has been going on for a couple of weeks. She came to let everybody know she's gonna put Chris on child support. I don't know. Once again, I don't know why we need to know that. I don't know why you or just now putting him on child support when it doesn't seem like he has been an active father for almost a decade now, but okay. But yeah, she felt compelled to come and tell the YouTube streets that she is putting Chris on child support. That started a big buzz. People started attacking Jasmine as they always do. And some way they started making this about Jasmine, right? And so they did that because allegedly Jasmine was supposed to be in Medusa's chat. Jasmine said it was a fake page. People think it wasn't a fake page. So basically, people use that as some more bait to attack Jasmine, like they always do, right? Some way, this man being a deadbeat and not taking care of his children allegedly is Jasmine's fault. Some way the YouTube streets gonna make it her fault. And so she came out. She told us that she's putting him on child support, and basically people started to attack Jazz because they thought she was in the chat getting smart with Medusa. And so just since then, this happened a couple weeks ago, there have just been shady posts, slick posts, and she's pretty much just been shading the hell out of Jasmine and riding Jasmine. And the most recent thing that I seen was let's see, it says, but she did not tell him she put him on child support in Texas, and the day of the hearing she did not show up. Exactly, Guyanese, exactly. She showed up to tell, and I didn't even get it all into detail of why or what's going on, but yeah, she showed up pregnant, talking about she put him on child support. There was a big argument, and then I saw that and I was like, it's giving clout chase, right? But I was like, I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna sit back and see how it turns out. And Reese today, she posted about a few minutes ago, I guess about 30-40 minutes ago, she posted and she was like, as soon as I say I want to get my baby an edge up, and I guess she's trying to throw shade at Jasmine again. And I was like, all right, that's enough. That's enough. The gig is up. Okay. The gig is up. I'm going to come on out and say what I got to say. Okay. Because to me, it's giving clout chase. It's giving clout chase. First and foremost, this man did not just start being a deadbeat when he created a channel with Jasmine. Okay. It seems that this man has not been in this child's life for quite some time. From what she's saying. Once again, I don't know these people. I don't know the ins and outs, but it doesn't seem like Chris has been an active parent for a while. And to me, as a mother, it wouldn't take my baby daddy making a YouTube channel with someone for me to finally get fed up enough to start doing something about it. So I'm sorry, I just can't have all this compassion and how everybody is over there like, oh my God, poor Medusa. Like I can't have that type of empathy for someone who lets YouTube clout and fame um hype them up to hold their child's father accountable. In my opinion, people want to say that Jasmine is, pacifying him, and Jasmine is enabling him to be not an active father, and Jasmine is the problem. But if we're gonna put it like that, then Medusa is just as much as the problem as Jasmine. And that's just my opinion. Like I said, I don't know any of these people personally, but this is just my opinion. So this is not a personal attack on Medusa, but enough is enough. I just feel like, when are we going to start being adults and stop letting our dislike for someone cloud our judgment? And we should be able to call bullshit when we call bullshit. Do you think, in my opinion, if someone was really this concerned and distraught about their baby daddy not being an active father, I think that action would have been taken well before their child's father got on YouTube. In my opinion, if she wasn't thinking about child support and she wasn't, putting the fire to his feet and taking legal action on him beforehand, I don't think a YouTube channel needed to be the motivation for you to hold this man accountable. And so everybody is giving Jasmine all this flack and all this slack, and everybody is making her the problem and the issue. But the real issue is, why are you not holding him accountable as well? People love to try to blame everything on Jasmine, but she was there before Jasmine was there. And I'm sorry, after my child hit a year old and I didn't have any financial support, baby, your ass would have been down at the courthouse on child support. Okay, and I'll bump a year, baby. Let my child would have reached 6 months old, and I don't have your support like I think I need your support, baby. It wouldn't have took my child being however old for me to just one day wake up and smell the coffee. And then to me, she more mad at Jasmine than she mad at the baby daddy. Like, who laid down with you? Did Jasmine lay down with you, or did your baby daddy lay down with you? Because Jasmine's not your baby daddy. Chris is. So it says Medusa knows what she's doing. She is making sure to keep this mess going so she can get gifts for her baby. That's what it feels like. It feels like, hey y'all, I'm pregnant with another baby. Because the big thing was shortly after last year, shortly after she came out and she revealed that she was Chris's baby mama's, all of a sudden it was all these random registries popping up for her children. You know what I'm saying? Because she has another baby too, I think. And the people were giving her a side eye because you come out and you tell us you Chris baby mama, and then all of a sudden we barely know you, ma'am. And then all of a sudden it's a registry this and registry that. Yeah, so it was very confusing to me. You little liquor said Jazz needs to let Chris handle his baby mom, and Medusa what had to say about Jazz. But this is the thing, you little liquor. Medusa came out first. Jasmine was very much so minding her business. And then don't get me wrong, I feel like Jasmine sometimes needs to let Chris handle his own mess? Definitely. Do I feel like Jasmine needs to find a better man? Definitely. Do I feel like Chris is the poster child for a good man? I don't think so, from all these allegations and things. But in this situation, Medusa is picking. She's picking. She came back to the YouTube streets making an announcement that she's putting her baby daddy on child support. Why did any of us need to know that she was putting her baby daddy on child support? Why? So it's kind of like, she keeps poking the bear. Hey, Little Johnson. Hey, hey, hey. She keeps poking the bear. And it's kind of like at the end of the day, why have you not been taking action? Okay. Even if Jasmine is delusional for Chris, Medusa, why did it take your baby daddy getting on YouTube with someone for you to just now start taking his neglect serious? That's all I'm saying. It says Jazz was lying, saying Chris take care of all his kids, and that was like, okay. So after she debunked that lie, then that was it. After she came out last year and told us that he was a deadbeat, that was it. That was it. My question is, why are you now coming back announcing that you're putting him on child support? And then why are you continuously mentioning Jazz and making post after post after post, trying to start shit with this girl as if it was anybody else's responsibility to take care of your child except for the man who you laid down with however many years ago. So my thing is this. I'm not saying that Jasmine does not play a part in why Chris probably gets away with this type of behavior. But what I'm saying is the ultimate responsibility falls on Chris. And if you're really serious about getting justice for your child and making and holding him accountable for the alleged neglect, then YouTube is not the place where you need to do that. And if you are going to do that, I would more so rather hear more about Chris than Jasmine, because Chris is the one who is responsible for that child. Chris is the one who laid out and made that child. But yet we're not talking about Chris. We're talking about Jasmine. Medusa won't even come on here and tell us what she found in that tablet. Okay, that she swore was the ending of her and Chris. Medusa has this undying loyalty to the part where she is so trying to be so loyal and down for Chris that she won't even come on here and tell us what god awful things she saw in this tablet, because she just made this promise to him. So if my thing is this, if you cannot drag him through the mud and hold all his deep dark secrets, then why can't you let his baby mama do her thing and just be her? Let her be delusional in peace. Let her deal with whatever hot mess of a man he is in peace. You want to have this loyalty to Chris and you don't want to bash him and you don't want to tell us what's going down in this tablet, but you want to keep taking jabs at Jazz every 5 seconds. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear that. I'm sorry. It's her showing pictures of Chris after all these years. Right. Like I wouldn't give a damn about people knowing about our relationship. Where the funds at? Run me the funds. Run me the funds for this child I've been allegedly taking care of by myself all these years. What the funds at, Ninja? I don't really care about giving YouTube the backstory, the love story. That don't really matter. What the funds at? That's if I would have came out, if I was just so compelled to come out because this man on YouTube playing happy family, but he neglected my child. Okay, I'll give her a pass for that. Okay, maybe that would have pissed me off too. But I'm not coming on here trying to give you no fairy tale love story. What happened with me and Chris, how we met. Run me the funds. Run me the funds. I don't care about your baby mama. I don't care about taking jabs at Jazzy. I don't care about calling her big slime. I don't care about watching her content, trying to nitpick with her. Run me the funds. That's all I would come on here to say. Run me my funds. Okay. You live says, I know it's probably hurtful to see him take care of the kids, not hers. Yeah, definitely. But he has other kids besides Jasmine's baby. So Chris been doing that. So if that's the case, he should have been on child support. He has twins too, right? He has kids with another person as well before Jasmine. So you should have been hurt a long time ago, baby. He should have been in child support court a long time ago, baby. We don't care now. We don't care. I feel like this is a clout chase, a pity party to give me gifts for my baby. That's just how I feel. Yes, you look. We want to know what's in that tablet. We don't care about nothing else. You on here trying to protect this man, but you want to keep going at his new. It's given. Do you want this man? Cause why you ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't even spilling no tea. You just being petty. It says she don't want him to go to court because she don't want him to have visitation. Well, then exactly. That's what I think I heard a little bit about that. So my thing is this: if you don't want him to have visitation, and that's normally what's gonna come with taking him to court and all this, that, and the third, then just be quiet. Just be quiet and figure out another way to get the coins about the man. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this: coming on YouTube and talking about it and picking at his girlfriend every day, that's not gonna help your child. That's not gonna benefit you or your children. You know what I'm saying? What your other baby daddy doing? Okay, because it don't seem like Chris is the only one that's, you know what I'm saying? What's going on here? Like, and like I said, I don't watch her religiously, so I don't know the ins and out, but it don't seem like things are perfect on either end. So my thing is, I just hate when people are more mad at, people be full of shit and they be mad at the wrong person. People have all this energy for their baby dad or other baby mama, but they don't have this energy for their baby daddy. You should have had this energy years ago. When he had them twins, you should have had that same energy. Like when he started producing other children and your child was still getting the short end of the stick, you should have been pissed off a long time ago. It shouldn't have took no YouTube channel to get you pissed off. You look because I really don't look at it as a pity party. It's just people like that you helping out slash supporting her. A lot of the people on YouTube do it, even these big ones. But this is the thing, and that's fine. But get the help off of your own back. Give us some of your own content and let us get to know you personally. We don't want to. I'm sorry. I'm not supporting you, and all you do is get on here and try to tear somebody else down because you mad at your baby daddy. That's not the way to get support. It's a way to do everything. If you want people to support you, you get on here and you show us the ins and the outs of you doing this mommy thing on your own and overcoming your adversity. We don't want to hear you getting on here throwing on hissy fit and coming for the neck of somebody who didn't lay down with you. That's just my thing. And I'm sorry, I would be here. I wouldn't mind if she was going in on Chris, but all the attacks are geared towards My Jazzy Life. And then when My Jazzy Life comes out here and she defends herself, everybody gets their panties in a bunch and everybody wants her to shut up and be quiet. But here we are, everybody's minding their business, and here come Medusa with another shady ass post about a child getting a haircut. Like that's what little boys do. Like little boys get their haircut. Like that's what I'm saying. I just feel like it's a whole lot of people playing the victim. I feel like it's a whole lot of people trying to just, project their bitterness and try to cover it up with something else instead of just being transparent and saying that that's what it is, or just moving on and just living your life. Because if you don't want to go to court, if you don't want to take him to court, then what we talking about? If you're not going to take him to court because you don't want him to get visitation, then what are we talking about, really? Like, there's nothing that we could do then. So then you should just move on and find another avenue or another way. But I just feel like I don't like when people try to tear other people down to come up. That's what I don't like. And I just feel like it's a whole lot of animosity towards Jasmine, who hasn't done anything. Like, and I feel like people gotta understand, like, when you have relationships and you're dealing with, like, for example, my child's daddy, Gotti says her baby daddy putting up videos with, nah, wait a minute, now he got the phone. Dang. But for example, my child's dad, he has another, Faith has a sibling, right? He has another child's mother. And she probably got a different version of him than I did. So I probably have a perspective of him that she doesn't have. Even though my baby dad is awesome, he's great. Shout out to him. He's wonderful. But I had a child with him when we were very young. So I'm pretty sure there were certain things and mistakes made along the way that she didn't experience. So my experience with him is going to be totally different. So if we're having a conversation with her, she may say that he has been perfect, that he's done nothing wrong, that he has been a stellar person, and he's been awesome from the jump. But she doesn't know that because that's not who she met. You know what I'm saying? And when you're in a relationship with someone, your vision is going to be skewed. You're going to feel like this person is an awesome person. You're only going to go by what you in your head perceive. Do I feel like Jasmine can be a little bit delusional when it comes to her relationship with Chris? Most definitely, but that still has nothing to do with Medusa. And I feel like that still does not give Medusa the right to project all this bitterness and anger about her child not being taken care of properly. She's projected that onto the wrong person. Jasmine's vision of Chris could be a bit skewed because she in love, so she don't really see things for what they is. I'm not finna sit up here and say that, but I just feel like Medusa is projecting her energy towards the wrong person. All this energy you got need to be for your baby daddy. Tell us what's in that tablet, and then we can start. If you ain't gonna tell us what's in that tablet, boo, be quiet. Be quiet. Yulin Liquor says, I kind of feel like Jazz should have never got on here lying about it, and it would have been no reason for Medusa to come out. And this is the thing. Like I said, I will give Medusa a pass for coming out when she came out just to clear the air. If Jasmine was trying to paint a picture of Chris and Medusa said, wait a goddamn minute, okay, cool. But my thing is, after that, it's time to move on. We all kind of see it for what it is now, so we can just move on. Like, I feel like to keep coming back, hey, Cookie, hey, hey, hey. But yeah, I feel like to keep coming back and kind of antagonizing the situation at this, and then you're already pregnant with somebody else's baby. It's like it was just, to me, it just would seem like you have a little bit more to worry about than Jasmine and Chris. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like all of this should have came sooner than now. That's all I'm saying. Yes, honey. Shout out to the great dads. My child's dad is the best. Awesome. Can't complain. Like I said, we had a child young, so our relationship was not the best, but the co-parenting has been awesome. You little liquor said delusional at his best. Women know when their man is not being a real man. They just turn their head. Yeah, and I get why people. I'm not saying that I don't understand why people would kind of side eye Jasmine, because it's kind of like, how can you look at someone and praise them and they're obviously not doing what they need to do for their other children. So I do see how people would kind of give Jasmine the side eye. That's why initially when Medusa came out a couple of weeks ago and she was kind of coming at Jasmine, I just minded my business because I was just like, Jasmine will learn one day that, the guy who she's with may not be all that she think he is. And she'll just have to learn on her own. We all have to learn on our own. But Medusa is doing a lot. She's doing a lot, and it is giving clout chase. Sometimes they don't want to hear I told you so. Yeah, that is true. Jaleesa Dickens says these people be bitter. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I agree, Jaleesa. I think that Medusa is giving bitter. I'm sorry. It's giving bitter. Because if I haven't taken the initiative to put you on child support by now, I'm just not. I mean, I'm saying? It's kind of like it was pointless to get on here talking about child support when you've had years. I mean, how old is this child? Somebody in the chat, let me know. Isn't this child like 9? I mean, this child is older, right? Because my child is 9. So isn't this child like TikTok? She's able to work TikTok age. Like, I mean, you've had a while to think about this, and I just feel like it's a little bit immature and a little bit messy to now want to kind of feel some type of way. Because I just feel like you're just as bad as Jasmine if that's the case. You are an enabler as well. Because I'm sorry, you're not gonna get away with not taking care of your child for years and years and years. Nah, baby, it don't even work like that. I would have had some choice words for his ass a long time ago. Yeah, she she is a lot. She is a lot. Cookie says Jazz and Medusa are both being petty at this point. Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that standpoint. I feel like Jasmine should only come out and speak on Jasmine. I think that Jasmine should not try to come out and defend the type of dad that Chris is, because Jasmine, there obviously is an opportunity with Chris being a father. He obviously is not doing what he's supposed to do. So I think that she should only come out and speak on her. I don't think that she should try to defend him at all. Because it's obvious that he's not been doing what he's supposed to do, or we wouldn't even have the situation to begin with. So I definitely agree that I think that by Jasmine trying to continuously defend him, she needs to kind of wake up, and I think she needs to worry about Jasmine and not Chris, because Chris is obviously there's something going on there. You look says, I mean, Jazz keeps saying he doesn't have a problem taking care of his kids. So yeah, so he'll put him on child support. LOL. Jazz kind of calling her out too. I mean, I think that Jazz is responding at this point. Like I said, when Medusa first came out, cool. If you feel like Jazz was trying to paint him to be a good person he wasn't, you want to expose that, all right, cool. But I feel like, now it's like you're dragging it, sis. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. Okay. It says she told Chris he must set up Instagrams to contact her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like, okay, so now he got to go through all these hoops. You want him to be involved parent, but then you also want to do some unnecessary shit like set up Instagram. Baby, make a text now. If you don't want him to have your number, baby, it's make a text now app. Okay, ain't nobody can set up no damn Instagram. I don't have nobody don't gotta get on social media to contact you. Text now will give you a free number that if you don't want anybody to have your number, text now. That's all you got to do, Medusa. Now, Medusa said Chris needs to contact her, not Jazz. Yeah, I think Jazz should just let them handle it, definitely. Amma says yes, but when he calls, she don't answer the phone. See, that's crazy. It's like, what do you want at this point? Like, do you just want the money and not the dad? Because, like, my thing is this. If I'm not comfortable with my child being in the man's presence, then I would just say forget the whole thing if it's that serious. Like, I would want, if I'm going to get help, I'm going to get help in every way. And I get it, this is a little girl that we're talking about, so she may not be comfortable just letting her child just go off. But I feel like, you can't halfway do it. You can't just say, I want the money, and then you can't see your child ever. Like, even if there has to be some type of supervised visitation, or, at a public place, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I don't, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If there has to be compromise and sacrifice on both ends. She has been at Jazz home twice before. Yes, so that's what I'm saying. So, and that's what I thought she said last year. I thought she said that, she did let the child go with him. So it's kind of like, so why has the story changed? That's why I'm just confused by the whole thing. Medusa said no to CS because she told Chris she wouldn't put him on it. But to me, it seems like Chris wasn't going to pay child support anyway because he said child support is a scam. Yeah, I definitely don't think he's going to pay. No, like, this is the thing. I'm with everybody when I'm not the biggest fan of Chris either. So I definitely am not team Chris in no way, shape, or form. I think that but my thing is this: it's okay if she doesn't put him on child support. I'm just saying YouTube is not the place to air out your grievances. And if you are going to air it out, you need to keep it geared towards your baby daddy. That's all I'm saying. Like, I just feel like we doing too much talking about big slime, as she calls Jazz. It's too much big slime slander going on, and not enough baby daddy slander. Like, I would rather you get on here and ride your baby daddy for being a deadbeat than you get on here and keep coming at this woman who ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay. Like, because then you're kind of forcing her hand to come out and speak. And we know that, she's going to try her best to kind of clean it up because this is her brand that we're talking about here. You look like, says, not forget it, but let them build up to that. That's Chris' fault. It says, I didn't know that part. Yeah, yeah. The child has been in the present before. Like, when she first came out, she said that they met somewhere. They met at a Walmart. I don't know what it was, but they met, and the child did go. So it's not like the child hasn't went before. That's what I'm saying. I feel like she just, what I'm saying, she kind of trying to play on everybody's emotions because she know people don't like Jasmine. I feel like if Jasmine was a fan favorite and if people love Jasmine and Jasmine was someone like Strong Mommy Chrissy, if Jasmine had a lot of support versus hate, I think Medusa would be very humble and she would find an amicable way. I can't talk. She would find a humble way to handle this situation. I think that Medusa is definitely eating up the fact that Jazz is already one of the most hated on the YouTube streets. And I feel like she's just following suit to kind of get some call off the situation. That's just how I feel. I feel like if this was Strong Mommy Chrissy and this was a situation, I feel like we wouldn't even hear about Medusa. We wouldn't even know it was a Medusa. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like she would know that, nobody probably would give a damn. But I feel like because she know that so many people just be itching to talk about Jasmine for any and literally everything. Like, Jasmine can sneeze and people are gonna break it down 30 different type of ways. I feel like she's just capitalizing off the situation. I do. And so I think Chris needs to talk to Medusa and they come to a common ground and stop playing the childish games. Exactly, Cookie. Jazz needs to allow them to figure it out, stop trying to intervene. Exactly. That's just what I feel. And exactly. I feel like Jasmine don't need to try to take up for Chris. Jasmine, just stay out of it. Don't come on here talk about what type of daddy Chris is, because obviously there's some opportunity. And I think that Chris and Medusa need to talk like adults and figure out a child care arrangement. But YouTube is not the place for that because we don't give a damn. I'm just gonna be real. We don't. And the people who are in Medusa's chat don't give a damn. They just want to talk about Jasmine. They just want to get their daily fix of Jasmine slander. They don't really give a damn whether the co-parent relationships get fixed or not. At the end of the day, nobody's really thinking about the bigger picture. None of this shit is benefiting the child. All this petty back and forth is only going to further drive a wedge between, the progress that needs to be made with the child. Chris and Medusa need to find a way to squash whatever beef it is and move forward. And Medusa need to stop worrying about Chris. I mean, she need to stop worrying about Jasmine, and Jasmine need to stop worrying about defending Chris. Chris is a grown ass man. He need to come out here and set the record straight and move forward with his other child's mother and find a cohesive co-parenting plan that works for both of them. That's just what I feel. It says the child even has Jazz's oldest daughter's phone number and they were texting back and forth. Right. I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's just like it's a clout chase. I feel like the baby mama was open to letting him back in that child's life once she found out he was a little bit closer. And then she got wind of that YouTube, and she got wind of how hated Jasmine is. And I think she just jumped on the bandwagon. I do. Because I feel like you were willing to work with him, let him see the child. You were willing to move forward after he had been neglectful for, it seems like, years. You were willing to put all that behind you and let bygones be bygone and move forward. And I think she got wind of this YouTube situation, and that's when the tune changed. And that's just something I can't respect. It says she would not answer Cookie. She would not answer the phone when he calls. If Chris wants to see his daughter like Jazz says he does, then he needs to go to court. Yeah, that's right. He needs to take to the courthouse then. I think that, if Medusa ain't answering that phone, and if she trying to hold that child hostage and not let the child see the daddy, then he needs to be a man and get him to go to the courthouse. I just think that, there's a way that this can be handled, but it does not need, it doesn't, there's nothing that, no one needs to be bashing nobody on YouTube, because obviously nobody's perfect on either end, you know. It says Cookie had a court date set up via Zoom and she did not show up. See? So it seems like she could have got what she wanted, but how you gonna not show up? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really are serious about holding your child's father accountable legally, then why are you missing court dates and shit? But then you said you don't have time to go to court. You don't have time to log into Zoom, but you got time to log into YouTube to tell YouTube what's going on. That's the shit that's what I don't like, and that's what I don't respect. It's kind of like, okay, so you got enough time to sit on here and put a whole bunch of strangers in your business who don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But you don't got enough time to really sit down and handle the matter at hand. So it only leads me to believe that this is a clout chase. This is a clout chase. This is I'm pregnant. My baby daddy ain't here no nothing. My oldest child baby daddy, he ain't here no nothing. My life about to get hectic. I need y'all to support me and send me some gifts. That to me, that's just what it's giving. And I'm sorry, that's just what it's giving. It says the court called her 3 times, don't answer. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, so don't use this situation to try to play on people's heartstrings, because that's essentially what it is. And I don't have any problem with people supporting people, because people, support me. When you make channels, people have their favorites. They like who they like. But I just feel like, what other reason would it be if you're not really handling the business behind the scenes, but you keep coming to YouTube to kiki about it? Then it's like, well, what are you trying to get out of it? And that's when it gives major side eye. The same way we give Jasmine the side eye for being with Chris, and the same way we give Chris the side eye for all these abusive allegations that don't flew, and everybody has accused him of being abusive and aggressive, but yet Jasmine keeps saying that he's not. The same side eye we give to her when that happens, we're giving that to you, Medusa, because it's not making sense. The court allegedly called you 3 times. You don't answer, but yet you keep getting on YouTube to cry about your baby daddy. I just don't understand, and I'm sorry, I can't empathize with that. I can't empathize with it. It's kind of like, baby, we don't give a damn. These people are purely here to be entertained. These people are purely here to have another channel where they can go bash Jasmine. This is not the support group. Nobody's gonna, you know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. Like I said, I just feel like it's giving clout chase. I just feel like it's giving Jasmine ain't your baby daddy, Chris is. I just feel like it's giving Jasmine and Medusa need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jasmine, and I think that Jasmine, I don't think that she's as bad as people try to make her. I think that Jasmine should really, really do some soul searching and let this ninja go. Let him go. Okay. And I don't like telling people that, because it's kind of like, I don't know this lady. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like this ninja bringing too many problems and too much bullshit your way. And I just feel like, this shouldn't even be something that you have to even come on here and deal with. This should have been nipped into a bud a long time ago when she first came on the scene. And for Medusa, girl, we don't give a damn. Okay. If you really cared about getting your child the support that she needs, then you would be picking up that phone when the judge is calling you 3 times. Okay. You would be attending these Zoom meetings. You wouldn't be on YouTube worrying about Big Slime and what Big Slime got going on. Let Big Slime be, leave her alone, and focus on holding your child's fathers accountable, because you can't down her and look down on Jasmine, but you essentially are enabling him and have enabled him for many years. And you were down for the link ups and the meetups until the lights camera action came on. That's just how I feel. But that's just my thoughts. Like I said, I didn't want to keep y'all too long. But that's just my thoughts about it. Like I said, I feel like, I just like to call a spade a spade. I think that, Jasmine is obviously not the fan favorite, and she does have some opportunities in certain situations. Like I said, I do think that this relationship is not all the way right behind the scenes, but there are a lot of people on YouTube who have had very toxic, crazy relationships behind the scenes. She wouldn't be the first person, nor would she be the last. And I think that people can definitely extend some type of grace and stop trying to always blame things on this woman. Like, I do feel like, her speaking out for Chris is wrong and she needs to just let him handle it. But, I think in her mind, it's just her defending herself at this point because she keeps being poked. She just needs to find a better way to defend herself. That's what I would say. Cookie says, I don't like Jazz and Medusa. Medusa definitely on here looking for people to support her lifestyle. And baby, this ain't that. Get a job. Cookie brought it all home. Cookie brought it all home with that one, honey. You brought it all home, yeah. I think that there's some opportunities on both ends, but I just started there and I was like, oh my God, girl, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Like, we don't care nothing about this, okay? We do not feel sorry for you, baby. Okay? Tell us what's in that tablet. That's all I gotta say. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for talking to me this afternoon. I just wanted to switch gears a little bit and have that conversation. Thank y'all for being in the chat, keeping that conversation going with me. And I will see y'all in my next video. Let's see how this turns out. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Jasmine gonna go live. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be talking about it. So we're gonna be in the bushes. We're gonna be watching it. We're gonna talk about it later, y'all. But I love y'all. Mwah. I will see y'all later.